Hey, Tamara, let's do something this weekend.
Oh, hi, Ian.
You don't have any work this weekend, do you? We haven't gone out on a date since last month. I really miss you. Don't worry about money either. I'll pay for everything. My treat.
Well, gee, Ian. That sure is a wonderful offer, and I would love to take you up on it. But unfortunately, a friend invited me to go on vacation this weekend, so yeah.
What? A vacation? That's news to me. You haven't said anything about that until right now.
Yeah, they just messaged me about an hour ago and invited me.
Oh, well, okay. I hope you have fun, but man, that was really short notice about the vacation, huh? Your friend is lucky you were off from work.
Someone else was planning to go along, but that person had something come up last minute. And since they already have the tickets and everything, I got invited instead.
Ah, I see.
So, yeah. I know you're my boyfriend and all, and I really appreciate the invitation, but since my friend talked to me first, I'm gonna go with them. Sorry, we'll hang out another time.
Nah, don't be sorry. Thing is, though, there's something I've been wanting to talk to you about for a while. So, do you think we could meet up sometime before this weekend? We can meet up after you get out of work. Just let me know what your schedule is and I'll make it work for me.
Can't you just tell me by text?
I mean, sure I could, but it's something I'd rather talk to you about in person.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know if it seems like I'll be able to fit you into my schedule.
Thanks, Tamara. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Ian, do you have a minute?
Hey, Tamara. You want to talk about when we can meet up, right? I'm really looking forward to seeing you.
Kinda. I guess it's not totally unrelated. Well, to be more specific, I don't think I'll have any reason to meet up with you anymore. So I'll go ahead and say everything I have left to say to you right here.
What? You almost sound like you're gonna break up with me.
Well, the truth is, I'm pregnant with your brother's baby.
What? My brother's baby? You mean my younger brother, Jordan?
Well, duh. You don't have any brothers, do you?
No, I guess I don't.
Okay, then I'm not sure why you're so confused about it. Yeah, it's Jordan's baby.
Are you out of your mind? Jordan's only 19. He's young enough to be your little brother. I mean, he is my little brother.
I know, right? That's what makes it so awesome.
Awesome? You mean awful?
I mean, it's not like we were trying to get pregnant or anything, so that was kind of unplanned. But it just felt so good doing it with a young stud that I kept doing it over and over again. And, well, then I got pregnant.
I would appreciate you holding back any unnecessary details about you sleeping with my little brother.
Sorry, I just can't help myself. So yeah, like I was saying, even if I wasn't expecting to get pregnant, this means I get to marry your super hot younger brother. So I'm actually pretty happy about it. Jordan loves me, and that's all that matters. So I don't care about his age or his relationship with you.
When did this happen? How did this happen? Our house is like a 3-hour drive from you.
Are you kidding? You didn't know? Jordan enrolled in a college with a campus downtown. He's living on his own in an apartment just a little ways away from me.
Wait, really? I never heard about that.
Whoa, I guess Jordan and your parents weren't kidding.
What? You've even met my parents?
Yeah, isn't it great? You never once took me to your house or introduced me to your parents, did you?
Yeah, and I've told you the reason for that a million times before now. My parents treated me like a red-headed stepchild. They gave Jordan everything he wanted and left me with nothing but scraps. You ever hear about hand-me-downs? Well, I got hand-me-ups. I was waiting all through high school for the day I'd finally graduate and be able to leave that family far, far behind me. I haven't gone back home a single time since that day I started college. That's why I never took you to meet them. I didn't want to see them, much less introduce my girlfriend to them.
Yeah, I know. That's what you always told me. But I started to think, is it really fair to base my opinion of them on your one-sided version of the story? It seemed too unbelievable to be true. So about 6 months ago, I figured out what your address was and went to meet them by myself.
You what?
I found your home phone number in your phone's contact list, so I called them up and arranged for a time where I could meet them. Then I waited until a weekend when you were busy, drove up there by myself and introduced myself. I got there pretty late, and it was a long drive back, so they told me I could stay the night.
What the?
It just so happened that Jordan was visiting his parents that weekend, and that night was the first time we were together.
What is the matter with you? I told you time after time how awful they treated me, and after all that you just go by yourself. And not just that, you... with my little brother.
Yeah, and you know what I found out? They're not nearly as bad as you made them out to be.
Well, I'm sure they put on the best act of their lives.
And you know what else I found out? It was you who was the bad guy, not them.
You gotta be kidding me.
You broke into Jordan's room and stole the money he had saved up at his job during high school. You stole Jordan's girlfriends away from him. You never listened to anything to your parents told you. You were just a complete and total brat.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. That's what Jordan did to me. He stole my money and my girlfriend's. I was the one who worked hard to make something of myself.
Look, Ian, it's your word against theirs. And all three of them told me the exact same story. So if you ask me, what they say is way more credible than what you say. It's 3 versus 1, Ian. So logically, the only conclusion I can reach is that they're telling the truth and you're lying.
It may be 3 versus 1, but all 3 of them are lying.
Whatever. So anyway, you remember me telling you I was going on vacation this weekend? Well, the truth is that I was actually going to your parents' house with Jordan so we could announce our pregnancy to them.
You're a real piece of work.
And since now, Jordan and I are having a baby together, there's no point in us staying together. You would only get in the way. So this is goodbye, Ian.
I see. If you're pregnant, then yeah, I guess you're right.
Obviously I'm right. I'm so happy that I can finally be together with Jordan.
Well, if that's all you gotta say, then I guess we can end this right here. Goodbye, Tamara.
So long, Ian. I'm gonna have a great life with Jordan.
Just do me one last favor and give Jordan and my parents a message for me. I'm cutting them out of my life. I don't ever want to see or hear from any of them ever again.
Good grief, Ian. Don't you think this is the perfect opportunity for you to reflect on your mistakes and reunite with your family? You're such a child.
Reunite with them? I'd rather die.
Whoa, I had no idea you were such a stubborn brat, Ian. I thought you were better than that.
You can think whatever you want about me. I don't care anymore. Goodbye.
Ian, you've got to help me.
Tamara, what the hell do you want?
Don't talk to me like that. I'm in a major crisis over here.
Not that I care. What's the problem?
What do you mean was the problem? You, of all people, should know. Your mother is an absolute monster. She's treating me like a red-headed stepchild. Don't laugh at me. This is serious. You have to help me.
Nah, I think I'll pass. I tried to warn you, but you ignored me and dove headfirst into that family. If you want help, why don't you ask your darling husband, Jordan?
Jordan's not at home. He has college classes to attend, so he's still going to be back in the city.
Really?
We did get legally married without a ceremony, since I was pregnant and all. But I couldn't just force Jordan to drop out of college to take care of me. That wouldn't be fair to him. So I quit my job and moved into your family's house so that your mom could help me out with the baby after the birth. But she isn't just helping. It's more like kidnapping. She took the baby away from me and won't let me see him. Your dad stares at me a bunch of the time. It's super unnerving. Jordan's the only one who I could talk to about all of this. But he's at college and never comes home. And the worst part is, I heard that he might be cheating on me with another girl at school.
Wow, sounds like you're having a pretty rough time of things. That honestly doesn't surprise me in the least. Actually, it would have surprised me if it didn't turn out like this.
Oh, now you tell me. If you saw this coming, why didn't you tell me? If I had any idea this is what they really were, I never would have married into this family.
What are you talking about? I did tell you. About everything. I told you that my mom was an overbearing queen bee. I told you that my dad was a lecherous creeper. I told you that Jordan thinks monogamy is a type of wood.
But they seem so nice.
The vile creature Jordan turned out to be is a direct product of being raised by my overbearing queen bee mother and lecherous creeper father. And I told you about all of this time after time. But you decided not to heed my warnings, met with my family behind my back. And after meeting them just one time, you immediately decided that I must be the one who was lying, and they were actually all super nice people. But not just that, you slept with my younger brother. The very night you met him. You knew everything that there was to know, and yet you decided to throw in your hat with them. I've already cut off all contact with them, and I don't consider them to be my family anymore. So nothing they do to you is my problem.
How can you be so cold? I get it now. You were right. You were right all along, Ian. So please, can't we get back together? I'll be the best wife you could possibly dream of having.
And what about your kid?
I'll figure out some way to take him back from your mother and get out of here so we can raise him together. I'll let you be his dad.
You'll let me, huh?
Yeah, he's already your nephew, right? That's pretty close to being your son. And since he's the biological son of your beloved wife, I know you'll have no problem loving him like he was your own. We'll have a wonderful life together, just the three of us.
No, never, not on your life.
Just give it a chance. You'll come to like our life together, I know it.
Life with a rusty nail being constantly driven into my brain would be preferable to life with you.
You've got to do something. Will you at least come down here and take me away from here? All I need is a ride. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, it actually is.
But why?
Because I'm not in the country.
You're not? Then where are you?
Not in the country. I got transferred to an overseas branch for my company with a promise of a major promotion. And I'm looking at getting my permanent residency visa as soon as possible.
That's wonderful for you. But why didn't you tell me about that?
I was trying to tell you about it right before you broke up with me, so never even had the chance.
Oh, wait, now that I think about it, you were saying that you had something important that you wanted to talk to me about in person. Was that it?
Yep. My company was talking about the possibility of the transfer at the time, and I told them that before I gave them a definitive answer, I wanted to talk to my girlfriend, you. And that's why I wanted you to set aside some time to talk to me in person. But then I found out that you had betrayed me in the worst way imaginable, so I no longer needed your input.
Whoa, so that's what's going on? If I had only talked with you openly back then, maybe I'd be over there right now, standing by your side.
Are you kidding me? The very second I found out you were pregnant with Jordan's child, I'd have kicked you to the curb in an instant.
Really?
Yeah, really. Well then, now that all of that's all been said, I think it should be perfectly clear why I will never help you. I wouldn't even help you if I was living across the street, much less across the globe.
You're so cruel.
Also, I'm going to get rid of this phone soon since I now have a plan with a local carrier over here. So there will no longer be any way for you to contact me ever again.
Ian, please.
So this is goodbye, Tamara. Forever.
Ian, don't do this. Ian.
I heard about what happened after that from my other relatives. My family found out that Tamara had contacted me and they took away her phone. Jordan came home to visit a short while later while on break from his classes. And since Tamara really could just not help herself, about a month after that, she found out she was pregnant with her second child. Pregnant again and unable to run away on her own, Tamara tried going to her parents for help. But it would seem that being easily fooled by bad actors runs in the family. Because when her parents met my parents, they had a grand old time and left reassured that their daughter was in good hands. And then, sometime later, it was Jordan's turn to cause trouble. He started stalking one of his female professors who spurned his advances, got criminally charged for it, sued, and kicked out of the school. The impacts of this didn't just stop with Jordan. In order to pay off the lawsuit and his legal bills, my parents had to sell their house. That was barely enough to cover it, so, left homeless and impoverished, they had no choice but to put their kids into foster care. I'd think that at this point, Tamara could just divorce Jordan and save herself a world of trouble. But for whatever reason, she doesn't seem to be making any efforts to do so.